I'm so happy to be with you today. You know, boy, when the Paul Pelosi story dropped, the right wing desperately seized upon it in an effort to what about their way out of the fact that a bunch of their assholes just got sent to jail for like 7 to 10 years for trying to beat cops to death. So they were like, that's not us. This guy was it must have been San Francisco gay lover, right? They're both in their underwear and everybody like, all right. Yes. You've seen the backstory. We've watched this happen. The mess D'Souza jumped in. We will be, there are obviously holes in the story but Glenn Beck is on the case. I don't know if in his clip today, if he'll be at chalkboard level where he'll break it down for us. Because if anybody knows about hammer-wielding gay prostitutes allegedly breaking into the house of the person they're there to service, hey, I'm not here to yuck your yum. If carpentry and home invasion are your kink, you know, let your freak flag fly. I would avoid doing it wherever the fuck he is. Is he in Texas or in a hollowed out mountain somewhere? Anyways, yeah, Glenn's got it all figured out. We'll see that. But if you'll notice, right in the very beginning of all this stuff, one of the things that came up was that our dear friend Jimmy Dore, who was on vacation when all this went down, isn't that the way? Was name-checked by this fucker, by David DePape. DePape? I'm going to call him DePape, because that's what it looks like. Because some people are saying DePape. There's an A in it. DePape seems a little weird. I'm going with DePape. David of the Papes. As in smear. I don't know. Anyways, so Hype Train. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and support the show in any way that you can. I know you want this station to grow bigger and better than everybody else out there because I'm the only one checking these assholes against the boards. Okay. That's a sports analogy, not a violence analogy. Just saying. Okay, so Jimmy Dore blamed for Paul Pelosi's act. No. Don't pat yourself on the back, fucko. And by the way, I don't even, honest to God, I guess he's in this clip. I don't know because Aaron Mate was filling in. I'm assuming he is. I'm assuming, you know, like Aaron Mate will take that nasty old man shouting, get off my lawn chair that Jimmy sits in and take over the show so that he and Blumenthal can pull audience to the gray zone, you know, farm audience the way Russell Brand does. But I doubt that he's going to throw himself in front of the bus that Jimmy Dore built. Although I would not be shocked if we went back and looked at the clips that David the Pape cited on his blog and found that it was, you know, that Mate or Blumenthal were in those clips. I'm going to go with Mate. Probably not Blumenthal because the dude hated the Jews. And also falls into a curious valley, which I think many people have pointed out that if you hate Israel for doing to the Palestinians, something to the Palestinians, but you don't hate Russia for doing the same thing to Ukraine, then it must be some intrinsic trait of the people doing the attacking that you have more of a problem with. So I just think this guy rang this dude's conspiracy dinner bell, but I want to hear how if Jimmy manages to make his way through it, and I also want to see if my tweet shows up. I doubt it because Jimmy's lazy and a coward, so we'll see. All right, I dream of a day where I'm on a debate stage with it's me, Dinesh D'Souza, Jimmy Dore, Glenn Beck, and Russell Brand, and their only job is to take me down. That's my goal. That would be a dream gig for me. If we can make that happen, that'd be terrific. So, anyways, all right, let's see. Here we go. Jimmy Dore to blame.
Paul Pelosi, Nancy Pelosi's husband, who was a drunk driver. And
yeah, so that's supposed to make you feel better about the fact that he was attacked with a hammer, by the way.
and a lot of people think does insider trading. I don't know. Him and his wife became 100 millionaires while she was in Congress. You think they do insider trading? I think they do. I think.
Or it could be that they're in Silicon Valley. That's part of their district. San Francisco is an incredibly rich area, and you don't have to be very smart to figure out which ones are going to be the winners.
Not against the law or something.
I think they're big criminals, and
therefore they deserve to have their house broken into and to be attacked with hammers because the people must rise up, I guess.
And what I said was that no way is it true that Paul Pelosi was paying for gay sex and it went bad. So I got it right.
Yep.
No, you fucking didn't. Also, it's gay sex because it's San Francisco. Is that the idea? By the way, David DePepe is straight.
This happened because I do videos criticizing the Democrats for their transparent corruption. That's why. Not because Paul Pelosi is an alcoholic druggie who got attacked by a gay sex partner. I got it.
Jesus Christ. I missed that one because I don't read his stuff. But again, let's do a complete let's give him 100% room where apparently that's how sex goes in Jimmy's mind.
Right. So I said that's not what happened. I got it right.
On the record, you got it right.
On the record, I got it.
Yeah, because your sarcasm fail then turns out to be legit. Yeah, well, technically, the statement is true because it wasn't that case, but you're not right because you're making a homophobic attack or an anti-gay attack on someone because you think that's how this kind of shit plays out. And also, you seem to think that there is no way a wannabe Jan Sixer would, who lives a mere couple of miles, or maybe even less than a mile from the Pelosi household, would come over there and try to kill him.
Right. I said that's not what happened. No way is that true, I said. I got it right. I was right.
Well, I didn't say you weren't.
Okay.
I think that was supposed to dial something back, whatever. Yeah.
But then this happened. So this is a person named Lauren Rozen. Now she works for the establishment. She has ties to this.
She works for the establishment. She works for the, let's see, foreign policy alum, retweets non-endorsements, Ian now is gay, works just security, ed board, AI monitor, Politico, foreign, okay, she's a writer at Politico, you know, that like super left-wing stuff. Also, Jimmy cites the mainstream media all the fucking time.
CIA and the FBI and the national security state and all that shit. And they,
yeah, she just, she must be a mole. She's clearly, if you write about the CIA, you are CIA. What a great way to simplify your argument against someone.
Feed her bullshit stories. You know, we showed you that before, how the CIA, they'll find a reporter, they'll work them, they'll give them one or two real stories, then they'll start giving them false stories.
Oh yeah, and that's never happened with Max Blumenthal, Aaron Mate, and Jimmy and RT, for example.
And then they never know which one is which, and so
yes, it's basically the Jimmy Dore show.
They're just doing CIA. So that's who she is. That's who Lauren Rozen is, and she says she's reporting on Washington and foreign policy. Just security ed board. I don't even know what that is. She worked at a place called.
Well, don't look it up. I mean, you just accuse her of being a shill for the CIA and a propagandist, but don't bother to look her up before, because that's what being a progressive is about. True, like even-handedness and open-mindedness and honest exchange.
L Monitor, Politico, foreign policy alum, retweet. So, but there's not much known about her, right? But she does.
Yes, she's a mystery. I don't know where we would even start finding out about someone that has 176,000 Twitter followers that you could actually look back through their entire body of work, see whether she writes at Substack or what paper she writes for. She's on political. She's a mystery. Honest to God. She basically will pull off her mask and it'll be old Mr. Witherspoon, the owner of the haunted amusement park.
Have 170, almost 177,000 followers.
Really?
So now are those real? I'm going to guess that the algorithm and the intelligence manipulated Twitter puffs her up.
Yeah, why not? While you're calling her a CIA propagandist that you haven't bothered to look up, just assume everybody that follows her is a bot. All yours are real, I have no doubt.
Because she does their bidding. Now, why do I... Really?
So what's our evidence that she does their bidding other than the fact that the words foreign policy show up in her Twitter bio?
77,000 followers. Never heard of her.
Oh, well. I mean, and Jimmy combs through the upper echelons of Twitter to make sure what the who's who. I mean, he was way ahead of me on following A+K.
No check mark?
She decided, and she doesn't have a check mark. So she decided to...
Yes, that's the part we don't... I mean, she could be anyone at this point. That's a cartoon. It could be a bot account.
To smear me. So she got an order.
Oh, she got an order to smear you. Fucko, I did it for free. Where's my paycheck? You don't have to... Asshole, you don't have to get an order. You were in the top of that dude's playlist.
From somebody in the establishment.
I don't follow Laura Rozen, but I will if she needs tips from now on what a fuckhead Jimmy Dore is. She got a tip from the establishment. Somebody went away to ego camp and came back with a new merit badge. What the fuck? Oh.
To smear me. Somebody in the Democratic Party, somebody...
Yeah, somebody... It couldn't be that she's aware of who you are and what you say, and then she went to that dude's page and you're all over the fucking thing. It couldn't possibly be that.
Who knows where?
Yeah, I don't know. Why would I even... Why would I even check on the link and see if the images that she puts up there are actually there or not?
But she got an order, and it was like...
Again, okay. He's just gonna, like, I love the big conspiracy. Like, the whole derp state bullshit. Fuck off.
Like they had it ready. It was like they had it ready. So...
Had it ready? Dude, it was... All right. He hasn't even looked. He hasn't even looked. He hasn't even clicked the fucking link and looked at what this dude wrote about him.
She tweets out, suspect in attack on Paul Pelosi seems to be a fan of a seemingly...
Yeah, I wouldn't say seemingly. He's absolutely pro-Putin. She's giving you the benefit of the doubt, and you have not earned it.
Pro-Putin, pro-Assad, YouTube conspiracy theorist.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't put you in the Alex Jones category where you've kind of constructed a giant conspiracy within stuff. You just pick up the clippings off the floor and go, this must be something. I mean, you just fucking, dude, you literally just drafted, holy shit. He just drafted a conspiracy about this woman he knows nothing about. He admittedly knows nothing about her. But what did he start with? She works for the CIA. She's been led around. They gave her 2 real stories, and now they're baiting her with fake shit. And she got an order from someone in the establishment Democratic Party to do a hit piece on Jimmy Dore. And he's griping about being called a conspiracy theorist. Motherfucker, that's exactly what it is. That is exactly... You literally proved her point before you even started.
So they just say this. So this is what... So
yeah, they just say... Well, they don't just say it. Obviously, she got a printout from the CIA and a check from the DNC to do it.
That's how you know this is coming
Is it
straight.
seemingly because she never watched you?
This is right, because she's never watched me. And she's going to admit that she doesn't know anything about me.
Right.
And she links to this, right, that has all these video thumbnails of my show, except they're doctored.
Oh, they're oh dear. They're doctored. The conspiracy is getting bigger. Oh my gosh. I don't know. Let's see. How do they change them, Jimmy? My God. Is someone putting a YouTube logo right in the center of them? They're doctored.
What?
She links to this. Which, by the way, this is gone now, right, Craig?
No.
Gone.
So
Off
this
the
link
down.
is gone. Not only is this
Wait,
tweet,
I didn't know that.
Not only, by the way, this tweet got
No, it isn't.
almost 2,000 likes. I mean, so
No, it's gone.
A lie makes its way around the world before the truth gets its
We've
pants
been
on.
checking all day to see if it comes back on. By the way,
Well,
hoping
you mean this? You mean this
yeah,
link?
I've checked like 3
So
times.
she links to this link, and it's got all these thumbnails from the Jimmy Dore show, and it also mentions something about Susan Sarandon. Craig,
No.
All right. He's worked this whole thing out, and he doesn't even know what it refers to. But they're definitely doctored. How are they doctored? How the fuck are... Wait a second. Hold on. Let's see. I gotta go look now, right? We gotta go check it out. All right. So Jimmy Dork, and we go over to his page, and let's go to here, and hold on and shut up. All right. And then to go to videos, and let's see. This can't be, it's not that long ago. Let's see. Well, here you go. Let's see what he says, and we'll see which one he says is doctored. Because, by the way, can I just say, like, here's his most recent fucking thumbnails. Huh? Biden supports Brazil's new left-wing president. Why? I don't know. Why does Trump support Bolsonaro? What the fuck are you talking about? Not a right-winger. By the way, I think this is the Pelosi attacker's home had gay pride and BLM flags. By the way, dude lived in the garage. The girl he was living with, she had those things on her front lawn. He wrote all that other shit. Those weren't his BLM signs and his flag. He was basically hanging where the dope was, essentially. $1 million. Okay, it's Jimmy's fault. This is it. Okay, so this is the image they put up. Jimmy Dore blamed for Paul Pelosi's attack. Sabotage. Proof anti-Semitism accusations against Corbyn were Labor Party lies. All right, whatever. This is when Aaron Mate was filling in, by the way. Nukes on Russia's doorstep. Obama the appeaser. Epic backpedal. You're not the boss. The days... Look at this. Why would anybody come away with pro-Putin? You're not the boss. The days of U.S. hegemony are over, says Putin. Yeah, he's totally good. No diplomacy. Is it a false flag? Dirty bomb accusations fly between Russia and Ukraine. That's Aaron Mate again. Almost. And this is another one, too. Is Russia poised to win the Ukraine war? Aaron Mate had Scott Ritter on, and it was just... like the amount of delusion in that clip is fucking epic. Scott Ritter is literally, I'm pretty sure, the only person who isn't literally speaking directly to Russia, to Putin himself or on Russian television, that is saying Russia is winning this fucking thing. It's nuts. And he's like, yeah, totally. That's all just a rope-a-dope. Okay, this is a robust debate. Okay, Nazi heroes. Look at this. There you go. How the U.S. learn to love neo-Nazis in Ukraine. No diplomacy. This is our choice. Snubbing progressives. No nukes, Liz. Woke warmongering! Exclamation point. Shameless backpedal. Oh, by the way, how Chick-fil-A restored Vince Vaughn's faith in America. No woke chicken. Where the fuck? How does anybody think this asshole calls himself left anymore? Right. So, anyways, we'll see if there's if he references. Why the fuck would anybody have to doctor those? And by the way, that's a big accusation. That's another big conspiratorial accusation. We will see. We must see. We've got to see what his proof is that they've done this.
No, I think there was another article from the.
Okay. No, that was a different place.
Different article. Yeah.
Okay. So So she links to this. This is gone now. This whole anyway. And if you look here,
Well, I mean, it is full of like, it's a Wix page. It's done with that Wix service. And I'm guessing once they find out that somebody has a shit ton of anti-Semitic artwork and plans to kill people and that kind of shit that might foment violence from other people, they tend to take those things down. Nothing leaves the internet forever, and you can find it if you want an archived version.
it says, so anyway, suspect of the
Jesus Christ. Read it, Jimmy. It's what he wrote underneath it.
Attack on Paul Pelosi seems to be a fan of a seemingly pro-Putin, pro-Assad YouTube conspiracy theorist named Jimmy Dore and anti-Semitic.
Yeah, the guy is anti-Semitic. Not you, Jimmy. We understand you have reading issues. You went to the Dan Bongholio School of Reading Comprehension. The anti-Semitic part. Now, granted, I can understand why you're touchy about that. I can understand why you get nervous when people point the anti-Semitic hose at you, because you do have this weird thing where you hate Israel for doing to Palestine what you're okay with Russia doing to Ukraine. And the only thing that's really different between the Russians and the Israelis is that the Israelis are largely Jews.
So now she writes that in a way that says I'm anti-Semitic.
Yeah.
No, she doesn't. You're a fucking moron. Seems to be a fan of seemingly pro-Putin and anti-Semitic. The suspect is the subject of the sentence. These are descriptives. Jesus Christ. And again, we understand why he gets touchy about this. I mean, you gotta, he's gotta bristle. You're right. You're so not. Because, like, yeah.
Why would she say that? She says
it because the suspect is fucking anti-Semitic. He hates Jewish people. He posts, I'm sorry to disappoint your ego, Jimmy, but he posts more about how Jews are to blame for the world than he uses your clips. You know, I could only find in my cursory stream of stuff when I was initially looking at this stuff, the 3 clips of yours. I was shocked there were no Russell Brands, considering how much Fauci and election shit he had on there. But we'll save that for another day. Maybe he just can't bring himself to hate Bill Gates because he's not Jewish or something. Maybe that's why the guy was like shying away from that. But most of the dude's posts were either like pictures of gnomes that he obviously posted when he was on mushrooms or LSD or something, and Jimmy videos and cartoons from like the 1930s, cartoon imagery from like the 1930s, making Jewish people look like monsters. That was the majority of the shit on that guy's site. And he doesn't even debate it. His own daughter has said that site is real. He's been writing that shit for a while.
One of his recent posts. Now, she's referring to the guy who attacked Paul Pelosi.
Yes, we know. We understand sentence structure.
One of his recent posts says the war in Ukraine will make it easier for the Jews to buy up land. But that is a...
He also says it next to one of your videos. And is this where he's going to say it's doctored? This is going to be his evidence that it's doctored? Motherfucker. Really?
Doctored. So right here, that's where it says. It's...
fuck you. Click on the picture, you asshole. What the fuck? Click on the whole picture. It's a freeze frame of the post. He cites your video and then he writes a little blog addendum. And if you don't subscribe to it, you can only see the first couple of sentences to kind of tease you into subscribing to this guy's anti-Jewish screed. And he puts that underneath that. If you click on it, it literally says David DePape, October fucking 19th or whenever his last post was. Fucking hell.
Says Ukrainians die needlessly. The cheaper the land will be for Jews to buy up. That's what it's...
Oh, wow, man. They totally... Kurt, man, is on it, bro. Oh, they fucking mess with your shit. How did they get away with that? Is that like, do they have like a CIA program that does that from like DARPA? Click on the fucking link, fucko. And by the way, he can't. He can't show the picture. You know why? Because he's put up a picture of the tweet to intentionally not include the stills that are in it. Okay, so let me show you what I mean. All right, so we go to Twitter and we find, and thank you, Jimmy, for introducing us to L. Rozen, the at L. Rozen. And there she goes. Blaming the West for okay, like she's got a few of these. She's on it. Okay, where's the most recent one? Here, we'll get this guy. So here's her site. I'm going to scroll down, see if I can find the exact one. 28th of October. Okay, and she's busy, so it'll take a second. Let me scroll back through. Covers a lot of shit. Covering Iran, covering stuff from the, let's see, the attack on, yeah. Oh, yeah. This is probably why Jimmy's mad, because she's got the DA, San Francisco DA, blowing holes.
Please say now this was obviously politically motivated?
Yes, it appears as though this was based on his statements and comments that were made in that house during his encounter with Mr. Pelosi, that this was politically motivated.
The evidence suggests would go as far to say it was an assassination attempt.
What I will say is that he was looking for the speaker at the time that he entered the home. Of course, the federal affidavit contains a bit more information about other things that motivations that he's expressed, but he certainly did enact what we believe is an attempt to murder her husband at the time that the police arrived.
Yeah, that's what I would call hitting someone on the top of the head with a hammer when they're 82 and you ain't. Okay, so let's see if we can scroll down through her stuff. Again, a lot of stuff about the Iranian uprising, which strangely enough, Jimmy would supposedly be for, I think. So that's good. Okay, let's see. Turn to thread of the right-wing ecosystem that created the Paul Pelosi conspiracy theory. Hey, and Jimmy's in there, I'm sure. He doesn't think he's right-wing. He's under the delusion that he isn't. Let's see. Okay, so what date is this? 31st. We're going to keep on scrolling. Got to keep on pushing, keep on scrolling. Yeah, so, and she talks about how Musk put that stupid fucking tweet up. About there's much more to this than meets the eye when there fucking well isn't. But anyways, and by the way, Glenn Beck will guide us through all the details. By the way, is it odd at all to anybody else that Jimmy never plays anything from Russian Media Monitor? I mean, that I've seen. It might not be fair. Maybe he does all the time, you know. Maybe just his kink is being wrong, so he watches it before the show and then counteracts. What's in there? Okay, here we go. Getting 29th. She's got some music in there. Who's this? Coldplay. Oh, that's lovely. Okay, here we go. Performing in, I don't know. There you go. The 27th, 28th. Hold on, that guy's 27th, so she's still on it, so hold on. Breaking news, there's the guy. Thread. Malinowski, former, what was this? TYT personality turned conspiracy monger, nasty piece of business. Maybe she's replying to this one particular one. Oh yeah, right, tweet was deleted by the tweet author. There you go. I didn't delete mine. 28th. She's busy. Oh my gosh, is that a hippo eating a pumpkin? Despite all my rage, I'm still just a... Oh God. All right. There's this guy. Come on. Where are you? This woman works on Twitter. This is her gig. Oh yeah, here we go. Seems to be pro-Trump, implores, da-da-da. Yeah, so there's the gas chamber doors. There's the Tulsi picture. Yeah, I went through a bunch of this shit, too. Some posts refer to the red pill. Is that QAnon? Yes, it is. There's the blacks and Jews, where Jews are really the real blacks, like that kind of shit. And then, hey, there we go. Some post of another some post has another pro Putin propagandistic Jimmy Dore video blaming the West for Russia's Ukraine, right? Yeah, this is what mostly is on this guy's site, this stuff. That's why she put anti-Semitic in the post about that fucking dude. Because he is, like, incredibly, like, overtly, grossly, creepily. All right, where are we? Seriously, I'm very impressed at how much she tweets. I don't even see it. So did he shape another one? Hold on one second. All right. Suspect in attack on Paul. Okay, maybe it's earlier. October 27th. I'm not drunk. That's 28th. Yep, that's 28th. Maybe I'm just scrolling too fast. Or maybe it just doesn't come up with all the pictures in the thing. I'm going to find this fucking thing. Hang in. Because if we find out that Jimmy, like, cut together this image from two different things, like a prick. Let's see. So, allegedly attacked Paul Bush this morning, will be charged. There he is. So as soon as they announce it, dude is, starts yelling, you know, all the stuff about him saying, "Where's Nancy?" Screenshot of him. There we go. 28 suspect in there. Kanye West. Some posts with red pill QAnon. Snapshot of our person seems to be pro-Trump, implores Trump to act. Poster with Tulsi. Yeah, I pointed that out. Hold on. Interesting. Okay. Photo of suspect. If anyone has access to the piece, what we know about him. There you go. Friends of friends, Robert reference has a domain registered this year to David DePape, according to Vice.com. Okay, in scrolling, I can't find this tweet itself. So I don't know if he cut and pasted or what.
It says right there.
Can you believe that?
The cheaper. So she tweets this.
Look at the miserable liberal jumping in going, "Do you believe that?" And Jimmy's like, anyways.
Out as if I put that headline.
No, she didn't, you dumb motherfucker. You are pointing to it, and you've taken a picture of a picture of a picture to lay that on her. Because this creep, and let's see. I wish I could transfer. I took a whole picture of the, hold on, maybe I will be able to do this. Give me 1 second. This is going to get good. Hold on. You guys, give me a second. It's a thing, and I took a big, long picture of some shit. Let's see, was it in... Where would it be? Oh, it's on my... Is it on the desktop? Let's see. I think it's on my iPad. Fuck. Anyways, I'm gonna get it anyways. Hang on. Now, let's see if I can... Yeah, here you go. So, let's see, download that. So, let's see if this guy... Okay, so, here's what... hold on. I know what I'm going to do. Give me a second. I'm going to send this to the screen so you guys can see every detail, because I'm not going to be guilty of the same shit he pulls off. So, give me a second. Send this to an email that I have on here. JD, turn, send. Okay. Let me show you, if he bothered to click on this fucking thing, what it would look like. Let's go here to another thing. Go to Gmail. I just do the work, man. Send it. Send the email. Send her my love. Memories remain. Send her my love. Roses never fade. Send her my love. All right, I'm just singing while I wait. Okay? Just deal. Yeah, it's on Hunter's laptop. Totally. Let's see. Maybe it has to send and then send again. Hold on. Let's see. Recycle. Get that email out there. Send it out. Hold on. I'm going to try again, and it'll show up like 5 times. Files. There we go. Take this guy. Send it. Email. Let's see. Come on, send, you son of a bitch. It's going to aggravate me now. It's going. Don't worry. Hal Sparks, you should participate with a hashtag. That's a good idea. I'm still waiting to see a picture of Hunter's laptop. Doesn't exist. Sorry. And then, let me see if there's another picture of here. See if I can, because I pulled one of those things where... Yeah. Give me a second. Yeah. Okay. So. Ah, shit. All right. Anyways, I'll just do it on here so you guys can see real quick. We'll see if it'll be clear enough. And if not, we'll wait till it comes up. So, I'm going to show you this right now. I'm going to turn it this way. So this is what the post looks like on the site. So there's the picture of Jimmy. It's thumbnail and all. The reason it doesn't show the actual image is because I get, like, as soon as you roll over it, it starts playing automatically on that site. And then right there, it says Ukrainian cannon fodder. And it has that line about the Jews. And above it, it's got, and I cut my finger. Yes, I did. I sliced it open. It's a long story. Anyways, right over there, see that right there? It says David DePape. You can't see it. How long ago? 3 days ago. He wrote this 3 days before the attack. And it says, right here, the more Ukrainians die needlessly, the cheaper the land will be for the Jews to buy up. 3 days ago, there's his name, David DePape. That's his site. Okay, so the site's registered in his name. Vice ran it down. Wired has looked at it too. The whole site is archived. And underneath it, by the way, the bottom part of it, the title shows up under it in another version of it. If you squeeze the page down, this part of the page goes underneath the image. So Jimmy is showing a picture of a picture and not even clicking on the full fucking thing, because if he does, it will say David DePape 3 days ago post references to him. Jimmy is trying to gaslight his audience live, if they're that fucking dumb. So, I mean, obviously Kurt's falling for it, but that's a low-hanging fruit. But he's trying to make it look like Laura Rozen intentionally put those words under that image to make him look anti-Semitic, and she wrote it on purpose that way.
In there. Of course I didn't put that headline in there.
Nobody thinks you fucking did, dummy. He took what you said and went, I know what he means. Just like this fucking guy did. This is Gavin Long. Gavin Long assassinated 3 cops in Baton Rouge and left another one brain damaged for life. Guy's in a wheelchair, breathes through a tube. Because of Jimmy Dore. That guy was, you notice that the hat? Yeah, that's a shot from, by the way, a citizen journalist video that he did for TYT. Gavin Long murdered 3 cops and wounded another, trying to kill him, because of what he was getting from what Jimmy Dore was saying specifically on there. And it was, you know, that's a long, like, you can dive down the Gavin Long hole. Jimmy has that on him. They all avoid it. The TYT put a copyright strike on all of Gavin Long's videos so that they wouldn't stay up. Yeah. This is not a new thing. People taking Jimmy's words and being deadly about it is not brand new. And so Jimmy kind of has, I guess, some practice, playing dumb about this shit.
Wow.
Do you think
Wow. That's so great how you can do that, Jimmy, where you could just not make sure you can't click on the image to see that that's not what she's writing at all. That is literally a screen grab.
Do you think that YouTube would put that up? Do you think YouTube would put that up? You don't think that my channel is highly scrutinized? Of course it is.
Yes, of course. The deep state who gives her marching orders also scrutinizes your website. Nobody gives a fuck, Jimmy. Also, again, you need to know, I need you guys to look through the lens that, that in theory, when he saw this tweet, when it happened, if he indeed saw it himself, or if that guy Craig didn't send it to him in clipped form so he can play stupid, that there is no way you can look at that, click on the actual images associated with that tweet, and come away with, she typed that in to make you look bad on purpose, as if you had written it. Yeah, it's a total Mike Pillow.
Wait,
So she made this up. So she put this up
No, she fucking well didn't. Please tell me she wrote it. Holy shit.
as if I put that headline, and she's smearing me as an anti-Semite and a conspiracy theorist. They'll never say what conspiracy I have.
I'll tell you one. The idea that she, because she reports on this stuff, is a CIA shill who gets orders from the Democrats who are paying her to lie about you instead of just looking up shit and reporting on it, and that she does it in league with, I guess, YouTube somehow.
They might say Seth Rich,
really?
which wasn't a conspiracy. All we did was cover the story.
No. You asserted what happened and pretended that it was basically settled as the conspiracy rolled out. Like, you believed it as it came out as a conspiracy, and then since then you push back on anybody who goes, nope, it's not what happened at all, and stop torturing his fucking family.
We just covered it. So just like this story,
Well, yeah, you just covered it. You just covered it. Like Alex Jones just covered Sandy Hook.
they have to try to find something to so the establishment, the government, whoever this is, that's
Yeah, it's probably, who is it? It's got to be the Pentaveret. It's got to be whoever it is. Whoever it is, motherfucker. You know who it is? It's David DePape. The dude who cited you on his site. Who went, Jimmy Dore is a fellow traveler.
paying her. They want to discredit me, right? Just like they want to discredit the gray zone, just like they want to discredit Julian Assange.
No. That they do plenty of that work themselves. And by the way, notice how he lumps himself in with the gray zone and Julian Assange.
Not that I'm like
As fucking if. Oh,
those people,
not that I'm like those people, but I am, really, if you think about it.
but I do have a powerful platform now. And
It's true. It's a very powerful platform. How would bots even know how to respond if they didn't get their marching orders from the Kremlin money that flows through? Oh, dear God, I'm a conspiracy theorist. I don't know. I haven't really looked up Jimmy Dore at all. I don't know much about him.
so they want to silence, they want to neutralize me. And
They want to neutralize me. Yeah, they're sending a CIA hit squad after you. Nobody gives a fuck.
so that's what they do. They call you a conspiracy theorist. And that's why Dave Weigel,
By the way, that's what they do. Who are they? No one knows who is them. Only they know who is them.
in the Washington Post put me in that Seth Rich article, which was bullshit because he was given an order by his handler at the Washington Post, Jeff Bezos, or whoever the CIA guy is who's in their newsroom.
Like, dude, if you're not trying to be, you can't say I'm not a conspiracy theorist. And literally everything goes back to Jeff Bezos now has a CIA handler. What the ever-loving fuck? If Russell Brand is trying to be hippie Alex Jones, is Jimmy trying to be like fired sitcom neighbor Alex Jones?
To put Jimmy, to slander Jimmy Dore and to get him tarnished with.
God, he's talking about himself in the third person. If I ever go, and this is how Hal Sparks is looked at, by the way, they Hal Sparks things, because Hal Sparks is they're going after Hal Sparks because that's what Hal Sparks. If I ever start doing that with any sincerity, go away. Please shut this down. My ego has run amok. I need fewer viewers. I am sniffing my own farts and losing my mind. Jesus Christ. Fucking talking about yourself in the third person like you're a fucking running back.
This conspiracy theorist thing, I did one video on Seth Rich. One. They act like I was doing.
Also, by the way, notice how he picks the Seth Rich thing in the one video and the related article as if that's the only reason why somebody might think he's a conspiracy theorist after he's done all this shit about like Fauci and gain of function and the vaccines don't work and blah, blah, blah. And this motherfucker, yeah, but that one thing, it was that one video.
Weeks and weeks of videos like Sean Hannity was. I did one video. I covered the story. You know why? Because it's an open murder investigation.
Yeah, that's what Jimmy does. It's basically the Jimmy Dore Show is a true crime podcast at its base.
And when was the last time you weren't allowed?
I will, Angie, I will bottle the farts. I will, because I really, yeah. That's where the money is, obviously.
Allowed to ask questions about an open murder investigation.
Because it's called nuance, Jimmy.
Does anybody else name one other murder investigation you're not allowed to ask questions about? This was the only one.
Dude, nobody's against asking questions. These leading questions, these push-pull bullshit questions like, I mean, don't you think it had to be Hillary who choked him to death and then shot him? Like, that's the kind of questioning level.
In the history of the world.
Also, motherfucker, what the fuck does that have to do with this? Stay on topic.
So, and all I did was cover it with one thing. So that's what they're going to do.
Yes, by the way, he is literally described 3 conspiracies against him personally since the beginning of this video, 2 of which involve her, 1 of which involves Jeff Bezos. And to call him a conspiracy theorist, it just crosses the line.
So she just says this stuff.
Yeah, no, she doesn't, Jimmy. She doesn't just say this stuff. She is paid by a CIA handler who works for the DNC. Keep it straight. By the way, this is Hal Sparks Mega Worldwide. I go through these whole fucking clips. This is 50 minutes. I'm sorry this is as long as it is. This is what he posted. This is what he thinks locks down this conversation. This is where Jimmy Dore looks at this and goes, I got this. If you want to see what Jimmy Dore is all about in his Jimmy Dore-ness, then watch Jimmy Dore on the Jimmy Dore Show, where other people write jokes and he goes, ha, and claims them as his own.
She just says this stuff. She knows it's not true.
No, she does not. You are absolutely pro-Putin. You are clearly pro-Assad. You've made up 3 conspiracies right now, and I'll tell you what, she's not calling you anti-Semitic. I will. There's something fucked up about how supposedly what's being done to you, the Palestinians, is wrong because Israel's doing it, but if the Russians do it to the Ukrainians, fuck them. That's weird. That means you don't really care about the Palestinians. Your thing is about one group is in the wrong in that situation.
She's being paid to do it.
Which is, not a conspiracy theory. Okay? I don't know, she's being paid by God knows who, somebody at the CIA, to call me a conspiracy theorist. Jesus Christ.
Somebody in the government or the establishment Democrat.
I mean, he can't stop. He fucking can't stop.
Democratic Party. This is them trying to take me down.
They're trying to take me down by calling me a conspiracy theorist. Mm-hmm. He looks like he's wearing a hospital gown. He's worn that shirt before. We've seen it before. It's hot in the studio. Usually he wears long sleeve shirts with French cuffs, and I don't know why. Because he's fancy. I'm sorry. This is just fucking ridiculous. This, like, the ego. Ah. Sorry. Okay.
This is how they do it. And then they put this up. By the way, this website's gone. And as far as we
okay, you know what this is? I just looked at
What?
so that the guy who attacked Pelosi, he wrote that.
He
under
wrote that.
there. And then she
put it up as if I wrote
Yeah,
that.
right.
No, she fucking well didn't. She took a screen cap of his post, which includes your video and what he took from it, which is the Jews want all the land in Ukraine, and therefore that's why they put a Jew in charge and sent neo-Nazis out to do their work for them, because the Jews ran both sides of World War II storyline.
That's what she's doing.
No, she fucking isn't. She is not. She is showing that guy's posts. All right. I don't know how many times I can say this. Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
And then she admits, so he retweets, says Jimmy Dore fan. So that's he's an establishment shill.
Yeah, he must be. What's he getting paid? By the way, where's my fucking check?
He writes PR for Jeff Bezos' wife. I'm not kidding. So that's what he does. That's what that guy does. He writes PR for Jeff Bezos' wife. Go to his Substack. That's what he does.
His ex-wife, not the current wife.
Yeah. Jeff
So
Bezos
it's not
is
that successful
right.
with PR.
Yeah. So Laura Rozen responds, "Hey, I'm not super familiar with him. What is his deal?"
Jeez, it's almost like you guys are cut from the same cloth. She didn't look you up. I'd be glad to bring her up to speed.
But you'll just do all that you'll say all that shit. You'll post all this stuff. And then by the way, so what I said was I confess. Right after I blew up the Nord Stream pipeline, I engineered an attack on Pelosi's husband. Yes, I'm very powerful. I'm surprised the establishment doesn't try being nicer to me, since I'm controlling most things from my garage.
Oh, I see. So that's why it's not up there. But she rewrote it so it can't be misread as such. So there's where is it? Because that was the one that I saw. Hold on. She just went through and took the descriptives off. That's why it's not up there. Because she reshaped it. Okay, hold on. There we go. This is the chain of stuff. Suspect ignored Trump to make Tulsi Gabbard employer. There you go. Here you go. So this is what she has up instead. Same post has another pro-Putin propagandistic Jimmy Dore video blaming the West for Russia's war on Ukraine. And then there you go, provoke Russian into attacking Ukraine. She goes through the whole thing. There you go. And see if let me show you something. Can I show you something? Okay, watch this. If you click on this, the pictures there, these are just the videos. Hold on one second. I gotta shrink it down. Son of a bitch. I gotta shrink this down this way. Hold on. Right. Yeah, so in this case, she just cites the images. This says provoke Russia into attacking Ukraine. That was the bottom of whatever he wrote. And these are the video images, part of the video images in there. And then this is, by the way, the one where the video where Jimmy says that like Ukraine is using civilians as human shields.
You're just covering for Susan Sarandon, is my theory.
So here, they took it down. So then she takes...
Mine's still up. Show mine.
So this... So,
maybe he does. We'll see.
So not only is this link gone, this link is gone.
Well, because she retweeted the images.
So you'll say all this shit about someone in the most... It's like, why don't you just call me a rapist and then say, but I don't really know anything about him.
Dude, you just said all that shit about her and literally said you don't really know anything about her.
I think he's the worst things in the world, but I don't know anything about him.
That's
what?
Standard.
So you just do that with 177,000 followers? You don't know anything about him? You call yourself a reporter. Of course she's not. What
of course she's not. She's a CIA shill, right?
Is a tool of the establishment.
Right. And that's not a conspiracy. He has receipts, which he will show us next.
And that's who's paying her to do this.
All right. Again, dude, I'm going to need a pay stub.
This was locked and loaded in the chamber.
How is it locked and loaded in the chamber unless they... So that's... Oh, by the way, that would be a conspiracy theory in that they already knew this guy was going to attack. They gave her the information ahead of time, and they're like, not only are we going to set this assassin loose like a Manchurian candidate to murder somebody because we've used MK Ultra to drive this man to attack someone, but we're also going to use it to frame Jimmy Dore. Fucking hell.
And then so they deleted this. This is no longer there.
Hold on one second. Hold on. David. Let's see. Hold on. I've got to turn this on website. Let's see. This is going on. Let's see if they... That's the... Oh, Department of Justice. Okay, sorry. Let me go back here. Let's see. Oh, and by the way, the woman... Here you go. Hold on. So this is, so this page is down because it's full of anti-Semitic hate speech and fellow travelers were rushing to grab it. But here's the Washington Post article, which of course is written by the CIA through an AI or something like that. Let's see. What he presented as 2020 entity told her he struggled with the domain Friendly Friends was registered August 8th under DePape's name to an address in Richmond, California, where a neighbor told a Post reporter he lived. The web address uses the phonetic spelling of friend, which has become a slang term adopted by many in the far right, a term that is sometimes written as an acronym for far-right ethno-nationalist. Friendly Friend. Reddit banned an openly anti-Semitic group named Friend World in 2019, saying it contained postings that glorified or encouraged violence. 2 weeks after registering the site, DePape's first post was titled Mary Poppins, amidst an ongoing feud with Ron DeSantis and Disney over the Don't Say Gay bill. The violent video depicted a SWAT team firing at Mary Poppins. Let's see, details of his life, 6 posts in support of Jordan Peterson. Filed a motion former compelled in a public blog. No evidence of election fraud. Any journalist saying that should be dragged straight out in the street and shot. You know, big lefty.
And then she deleted her tweets about me.
No. She reframed it and she put 2 of the images up that are over there. The bigger blog picture. She left that up.
And
mine are still up, by the way. I have a blue check mark. And mine are, Mine are still up.
Really, when a journalist deletes their tweet and it's a important, serious tweet, like slandering someone with 1 million subscribers, which is a big deal.
If Jimmy does say so himself, Jimmy has 1 million subscribers. Did he tell you that Jimmy Dore has 1 million subscribers? By the way, like and subscribe.
They will explain, oh, previously I deleted this tweet and here's why. There's no explanation of why she deleted this tweet.
Why is that?
Why? I wonder why that is.
I don't know. Go look at mine because I basically say the same thing. It's still up.
So Lauren Rozen.
You know where she's from, right? I told you on the thing, journal list. That thing.
Oh.
Well, Kurt's not only writing jokes, he's now doing his homework for him.
I forgot. So, but let me just say that I roundly condemn the act of beating Paul Pelosi with a hammer in your underwear, or even fully clothed. Don't beat.
Also, that's the idea that the guy was in his underwear at the time. He was not. Paul Pelosi was asleep, and apparently in a shirt and underwear, because that's how he sleeps, when the guy broke into his house. The David DePape was fully clothed.
Anyone with a hammer.
Yeah, Musk also deleted his tweet. That's a good point, Victoria. Musk deleted his tweet and didn't say anything either. Basically, the tweet that alludes to all this bullshit that Jimmy is dropping.
It's always been the policy here at the Jimmy Dore program.
I've always respected that about this program.
That's always been our policy.
No, it has not.
You don't beat anyone with a hammer. By the way, you might not remember Laura Rozen, but she was a member of this thing called Journal List. Do you remember that, Craig? Do you remember what that was? That was an...
And I love how he's reading this because Kurt looked it up for him, and now he's reminding us all of what's in it. Glenn Beck, I'm sorry, someone is coming for your throne. As king of shit I just found out that I'm going to lord over you that I've known for a long time.
That was like a list serve thing. It was a 400 journalists, progressive socialists, journalists, academics, new media activists who engaged in unofficial campaigning. They were on they were on like a list that the White House curated, right?
So Obama staffers are there. And
Obama staffers had this journal list.
Yeah,
and then they were in communication with them. What they really were doing was PR for Barack Obama.
That reads like a
What does it read like, Kurt? Why does he cut you off, Kurt? Why does he do it? You were gonna give one of the great Kurt Metzger analogies, and Jimmy stepped on it again. Wow.
So if you're wondering why her tweet reads like a desperate, dirty campaign tactic,
oh, now he's reading Kurt's joke. Shit. Because it's the Jimmy Dore show.
Because the midterms are going to suck for Democrats.
Yeah, right.
That's why. Because she did PR for politicians. When she was on that journal list thing, and now she's still doing it. That's what she's not.
Wait. So the new theory is that she wrote a Jimmy Dore sucks piece to run interference for the Democrats losing during the midterms, which they're not going to. And so she's decided that the best way to do that is attack someone who allegedly calls themselves progressive. Why would that be? Oh, because Jimmy Dore's entire methodology is based on the same thing TYT is, which is stop Democrats from voting.
Not a real journalist, okay? She's there to plant stories.
Which is not a conspiracy theorist. Please don't accuse Jimmy Dore of Jimmy Doring another conspiracy.
Do you know
and
why,
that's
Jimmy?
What she does.
Because the guy's so not MAGA right wing. So what's the next cool thing to say he's right when he's not right wing? The crazy guy is to do.
He's super fucking right wing, dumb fuck. He wants Trump to win again. He thinks the key to doing that is Tulsi joining him now that she's left the Democratic Party. He believes the election was stolen from Trump. He's right wing. He's MAGA. What the fuck? By the way, Jimmy didn't do any of the reading. Kurt didn't do any of the reading. This is hilarious.
Do you like
to do me?
He's dirty left, right?
So Eddie.
Yeah, because Jimmy, you're like the leftiest lefty in the whole lefty thing. You're like so left. You're right. You know what I mean?
So it's still anybody who's criticizing the establishment, whether it's from the right or the left, they're all crazy.
That's what it is. You can't criticize the establishment. They go after you for doing that, even though that's what happens on the news all day, every fucking day.
They don't have the nuance to not criticize them.
Here's a great one. After this hammer attack on Pelosi's husband, the Twitter left needs to quarantine the Jimmy Dore Tulsi pro-Putin fuckers from our timelines and debates. Going to be using the block going forward.
No, you won't, socialist boomer. Shut up.
And they links to a video.
No, you won't. Socialist boomer is what he calls the guy. Just so you know, socialist boomer is a pejorative to Kurt Metzger because Kurt Metzger is right-wing. Kurt Metzger views himself as a right-leaning libertarian. There is fucking nothing left about Kurt.
Video where the thumbnail says Tulsi drops hammer on baiting Hillary.
That's their name? Socialist boomer? Yeah, okay.
What?
So
This is
literally,
from 2019.
I know. So literally, that's what. Yes, this is.
No.
Yeah, he knows your whole fucking catalog, dummy.
So this person says because he used the word hammer 3 years ago. Yes,
This is that I recognize that name. That's another I bet you that's a Brooklyn Dad Defiant guy. I bet you it is.
of course that is. Of course
That guy's awesome.
Those
Yeah.
people we just exposed for being tools of the administration on social media.
When am I gonna? Oh, I'm not one. Right. I just say what I really think. Is that the reason they never come for me? I don't know. I've still got. There's 3 minutes left. Maybe he looked at my
Concluding
my
that
tweets.
Brooklyn Dad Defiant. Of course, those people are going to be doing that to us. Of course. Now, just remember, we debunked that. No way is it true that.
All right. Yeah.
That Paul Pelosi was paying for gay sex and it went bad. I was the first to debunk it.
Well, but you're not seriously saying that your videos caused it.
Oh, definitely. Dude, we're fine. These people better be nicer to me, or there's going to be a lot more shit happening. These people
God.
better be nice to me.
Jimmy and Kurt, do you guys know that when he got arrested for driving drunk, supposedly there was a guy in the car with him too, as well?
Oh yes, that there was a guy. Yeah. Oh, there. And by the way, where's the security camera? Oh, you know what? We're going to cover the story. We're going to cover it actually. So I just wanted to cover this part of it. Now we'll actually cover. Is the guy who attacked him a left winger or a right winger, or does it matter? The guy was mental.
Yes, it does matter. He was mental, but he was ambulatory, and he was not homeless, and he had a distinct plan, and it was based on the idea that he was going to make a political, overt, violent act. He was going to hold Paul Pelosi hostage once he got there and Nancy wasn't there. He was going to hold him hostage until she showed up, and then he was going to break her knees so that they'd have to wheel her into Congress in a wheelchair.
The guys with
Does it matter?
He was diagnosed with several severe mental problems.
Several.
Well, when you guys go over the story, I'm sure you're going to go over the fact that. Well, I'll let you guys go over it because there's a lot of funny things. If he was mental
By the way, I think Glenn Beck goes through those things. We'll go through those
or
things.
not, I still believe firmly from everything that I've seen that they knew who he was. He was there with a reason.
Sounds like they knew him.
Again, how does he wrap it up? Okay, he's not a conspiracy theorist, but how do they wrap this fucking video up? It sounds like he knew him. Literally, the sheriff and the DA were like, he didn't fucking know him. David DePape says he didn't know him. He was there for fucking Nancy. He wanted to kill her. Well, he was going to injure her and murder her husband.
Yeah,
But we're going to cover it. So we're going to
that's
cover
the guy
it.
who just wandered in there. It was a guy who was let in. You know.
I don't know. Just because there's lube on the hammer, I don't think that.
I can't imagine why they're upset at being called conspiracy theorists.
But anyway, the point is that this is Laura Rozen is, everything that you hate about.
Can I say for the record, I'm losing hope that he's actually going to show my tweets about him because he's a fucking coward. I mean, hey, find a woman, possibly Jewish. Don't know why that would matter, but it seems to, and make her a paid. And it's interesting that money changes hands. Shill for some deep state CIA thing to go after him, and then be surprised that David DePape attacked somebody and used Jimmy's videos as part reference.
About media.
Yeah, I don't think, he's afraid to show my stuff because it'll give me more viewers. And we'll get some of his, it's the same thing that, I mean, he watched TYT sort of take the bait, and now he's not going to do it.
Yeah. She's everything you hate about it. She's a squirrely worm who is not what she presents herself to be. She's actually planting stories for the establishment that,
again,
that she knows are slanted.
It's just like, again, just repeating the lie again and again, based on fucking nothing.
And then she repeats, and then she deletes them and doesn't tell you why. That's
just like Elon Musk did. Nobody gives a fuck. Here's why, Jimmy. You want to know why? Because even with 1 million followers, half of which are bots, even with and it's nothing to sneeze at. He's got 500,000 true subscribers. Even with that, I mean, God knows what country they're in. But even with that kind of a number, you don't chart, dummy. You don't. And that you've got a decent number of followers who are, have a violent mindset, and it's just not a good idea for a woman to piss some of them off.
It's a real scumbag, okay? She's a first-class scumbag, Laura Rozen, and
That's
she's
standard procedure.
By the way, if she's a first-class scumbag, what am I? Because I put my stuff up and I stand by it. I posted a bunch of those things. Fuck you, bring it. Oh, I guess because I'm a dude? Is that what it is? It's certainly not because there's a conspiracy against Hal Sparks and people will go, get Hal Sparks, the deep state counter establishment that Jimmy works for. The Kremlin money is coming for Hal Sparks by not coming for me. That's what it is. It's a conspiracy of silence. That's what it is. Jesus Christ.
By the way,
that is standard procedure. That she's one of them.
Ever
That's what I
since
mean.
journalists, that's where they got.
She's one of them. Who are them? No one knows who is them. Only they know who is them.
Got the bright idea that's
right.
It should be basically the same thing.
Just call her a scumbag again. You got 30 seconds. Or just dead air. Dead air's good too. I can go with dead air.
And that's not the only website to come down. Like I showed you that article, another 2 websites saying stuff. They put out the smears. They put out, this information.
Also, they put out the smears and this information. Neither one of these assholes are saying they're insinuating. They're inferring or allowing for the inference thereof. That these sites are fake, that this guy didn't really write those things. Every time there's a school shooter, they take down their shit. It's procedure now.
Now they're taken down and scrapped.
Gee, I don't know why they wouldn't want to just keep up. Why wouldn't a website want to keep up a bunch of pictures of Jews with giant noses puppet mastering the death of children or drinking the blood of people? I don't know why you wouldn't want to keep that website up if you were a internet service provider.
It was scrapped and then taken down. It's just like that's not the only one in this particular situation. It seemed like a coordinated hit across the board.
See, in Denver.
Okay, fuck you. He's not the only one. By the way, hi, you're watching Hal Sparks Mega Worldwide, where Hal Sparks is the victim of a quiet silencing happening by the Kremlin, pro-Putin, pro-Assad establishment that's decided get Hal Sparks by not getting Hal Sparks. But you can, if you like and subscribe, patreon.com/Hal Sparks. Thank you, patrons, by the way, for making the show mechanically possible, and our super chats and stars on Facebook, also Venmo and Cash App help, me eat and stuff. Because this is the job. This is the gig. This is what I'm doing. Here I am, It's a gig. And if I've entertained or informed you in any way and you think it's worth a buck, check one my way. And if you don't have one and you're like, I'd love to, but I can't, just thank the people who do and don't worry about it, because the whole purpose of the show is to help people chill about a lot of this shit.